Yep. Hello and welcome everyone to another live stream. This is the Weekender. This is how we usually end our week. Uh, Today it is going to be slightly different because I haven't had the time. I came in home late yesterday, so I hadn't had the time to, make a compilation of information, like a compilation of articles and informations that I want to share with you. So here is usually what I do is before coming live, before recording these videos, before reacting to it, I usually uh, browse through the timelines of all the media houses and all the state and the government bodies that I would want to share information from, and then I react to them. But it was pointed out to me that since I'm already aware about the information, and this is not the first time I'm looking at it, so it's not exactly reacting, you are just merely discussing it. So uh, to avoid that criticism, to you know so yeah, so today, starting from the Weekender, let's see how it goes. If it comes out to be nice, we will continue with this procedure. Otherwise, I will uh, I will fall back upon my earlier approach of researching it in advance and then coming in front of the camera for you guys, and then recording the video. But today it is as natural as it can be. I have completely missed out on compiling the information beforehand. So let's see how it goes. I usually refrain from presenting my screen because YouTube somehow does not, you know, display my screen. It's yeah. So let's try it. Let's try it today. If at all, presenting the screen, if that works or not. Okay, let me just verify. Let me just yep. Mm, no. See, this is the problem with YouTube. Oh, here. Okay, and it is there. It is there. So let's see. Uh, let's just Mhm. Because I have to be double sure. I cannot just record a video and then be like, oh, no, no, no. So is it really? Let's see. Okay, let's react. Let's All right. First thing is National Medical Counseling Committee (MCC) has not yet notified the counseling schedule of National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test and PG courses for the year 2024 Union Health Ministry. Okay, so they have put out a press release, and so all, because due to these leaking and everything, due to this entire leaking saga that has mired the NEET exam for this year. Uh, this is some sort of a clarification coming from Health Ministry, that there is a medical counseling committee (MCC). They usually, they usually handle these things, counseling and allotment of seats based on your score, based on your merit number. So yeah, so it's for the year of 2024 Union Health Ministry. Okay. Next up is this one. Telangana and Andhra Pradesh states have decided to set up committees at three stages as a way forward to resolve all pending issues between the two states. Uh, I have said this many a times. You don't need to read ancient or medieval history if you really want to understand where exactly the politics of our country is going. It's just simply just read the contemporary history, read the history after the transfer of power from 1947 onwards. Forget what happened. Forget as in, I'm not saying you completely uh, you know uh, give up that memory, no. Okay. Obviously the history prior to 1947 is important, but after the transfer of after the transfer of power from the British to the National Congress. Uh, it's interesting to know how each and every political party, how did they come up? What were the circumstances in which did they gain traction on a state level or at the national level? So Andhra movement, okay, there is this very famous and through this person, I'm not able to recall his name right now. He self-immolated, meaning he set himself on fire to get a separate state for Andhra Pradesh, Andhra movement. I'm not able to recall his name right now, but there's a very famous statue over there, of that person. So yes, and even after that, okay, earlier it was just one state, that was Andhra Pradesh, an entire state. But we failed to realize that Andhra Pradesh was itself divided into two separate states, two separate nations, if you will. So um even after getting statehood for Andhra Pradesh, there was a significant population in the now known as Telangana region that they did not you know uh, Telangana and Andhra region, they did not wish to live under a single state. So they demanded a separate state. And it has been said that historically, a lot of injustice had been done. And now that they have their separate state, they are setting up committees to resolve their issues, resolve all the pending issues. Because there would be, if it was an amicable divorce, there wouldn't be any issues pending. And we forget this in a democracy, in a union like Bharat. There are multiple states, there are multiple shades of the same culture. Okay, there are not multiple cultures that we have in Bharat. We just have one culture. It's just different shades of the same culture. So uh, yes, there are also many disputes between Maharashtra and Goa, Maharashtra and Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Some dam issue is going on. Dam, as in the water body dam, not dam issue. Uh, so yes, you'll see that, and you'll see this more prevalent in the southern states. So there are many disputes. Even in Maharashtra, Maharashtra also has a dispute with Karnataka over some land territory. Yep, they are there. They are there. Okay, let's see what this person has to say.
का ही उसका कॉर्डन सर्च ऑपरेशन शुरू हुआ था। जैसे कॉर्डन सर्च हुआ तो उसमें अंदर से फायर आया तो दोनों जगह जो है ऑपरेशन जो है स्टार्ट हो गया। तो दो जगह है, एक ये मडरगाम कुलगाम है और दूसरा चीनीगाम फ्रिसल वो है, और दोनों जगह अभी ऑपरेशन जारी है। तो अभी बाकी तफसीलात जो हैं अभी कंक्लूड होने पे ही आपसे शेयर की जा सकती है। थोड़ा सा बॉडी साइटिंग हो रही है, बट इट कुड बी अप्रोप्रिएट व्हेन इट कंक्लूड्स, so we could share those details with you afterward.
Okay, so at least four terrorists were killed in twin encounters in the Kulgam district of J&K. I mean, we all know, we all know what is the solution to this. Simply just send in your troops, sweep across the entire territory, and flush them out. Obviously, there are foreign agents at play over here. They are getting funding, they are getting weapons. From where exactly are they getting their AK-47s? From where exactly are they getting money to finance all of this? So I guess just we are just simply delaying the inevitable. It's time we seal the borders in the north, I would say. I know it's a very, it would be a painful, it would be a painful episode for us to do away with a certain amount of our territory, and we already have. Okay, we, the nation of Bharat, we have done away with one third of our geography, be it Pakistan, be it Afghanistan, be it Bangladesh, and now it has come down to this JNK. So I guess there are it's pretty much clear there are only two options available on the table, and so one of them is to simply just simply just concede that yes, now borders are where they are. We will simply just fortify our borders, and let's see what happens, because the way things are going on in Pakistan these days, it wouldn't take long for that country to implode. And yeah, so the other option, I wouldn't say it out loud because then you will tell me that I'm creating war hysteria and I'm promoting war. No, but one of the options is to simply just concede that yes, now these are the lines. This is the line. This is LOC, and simply just fortify it. Look at the borders between Egypt and Gaza. How have they fortified it? So simply just do that, and we can bring this problem down significantly, I would say. Because number one is, if these militant people, if they are localites, if indeed they are localites from the area of Kashmir, then all the all the measures that the armed forces are taking to convince the civilians to be on their side, they clearly aren't working. And let's say there is also a possibility number two, if these people are coming from cross border. Okay, if they are coming from across the border, then the problem lies in the insufficient and inadequate infrastructure at the LOCs. Just seal the thing. Okay, I know geographically there are many challenges, but what needs to be done has to be done. You cannot keep living under this pretense that someday there will be a change of heart in the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, and they will, suddenly grow benevolent, and it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The sooner we recognize that fact, the better for us. Okay. Next up is in Gujarat, the 147th Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath commenced today amid tight security. See, okay, every goddamn thing that we do, every goddamn thing that is related to the pagans, be it Amarnath Yatra, be it the Rath Yatra of Jagannath, has to have a tight security. I'm not going to go deep into the reason why do we need tight security for every damn thing that we do, but secularism, stupid secularism. Okay, Odisha, the seat of Lord Jagannath. Okay, Puri, the Jagannath temple over there. It is a, it is a, I would say, big event. Yeah, there are many other live videos and everything available on the internet. You can see, because it indeed is a very big deal. Okay, Odisha, world famous Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath, Lord Balbhadra, Devi Subhadra, and Lord Sudarshan is being held today in the holy town of Puri. Yes, Jai Jagannath. Next, IMD forecasts isolated heavy rainfall over Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, East Rajasthan, Arunachal, Assam, Meghalaya, Madhya Maharashtra, and South Interior Karnataka for today. Yep, the southwest monsoon is here. It has established its foot. It has established its foot over the land of Bharat. And so there are there are warnings of heavy rainfall over these places. I guess even in Uttarakhand, Char Dham Yatra is going on, so they have stalled it or stopped it for a few days to let the rain pass, and then they'll again resume the Char Dham Yatra. So if you're living in these states, I would say keep your umbrellas and raincoats ready, or just stay indoors. Watch some OTT content, stay indoors, work out. Yep. Next is France will head into the second round of its snap election after President Macron dissolved the current parliament and called the snap elections 3 years ahead of time. I would say Macron might have jumped the gun. If you see all across France and all across Europe, for that matter, it is the right wing of the political spectrum that is on the rise. I would say because everyone in these European countries, you know they are fed up with this problem of immigrants. And one very interesting thing that I want you guys to note about these European countries is, even if, let's say, uh, we all know, okay, if the European countries, if they are conducting elections now, it is European countries who sit in judgment about the quality and authenticity and veracity of the elections in other countries. So now people in these European countries, okay, more specifically, people subscribing to the left ideology, left liberals and leftist and centrists and all those ists, okay, now they are doubting that the elections that are won by the right, they are somehow rigged. Okay, so that is first of all a very absurd argument to make. Second of all, even after the right, even if they legitimately win an election, meaning it, they have been given a mandate by the people, you could see it's all out on the internet as well, but there are efforts being made to not let it out in the open, not let people see it. As people in France, they have come out on streets to protest against a legitimately elected government. So yeah, I have no words to articulate this phenomenon that is going on in Europe. You are protesting against a legitimately elected government. What does that say about you? So you are simply protesting the mandate of the people. If you don't like that, go to a dictatorship. Live in a country, where yeah, let's not go down that path. But yes, so Emmanuel Macron, he threw the dice when he saw that when the elections to the European Parliament were held, he saw that it was the right that was on the rise, and it's a very interesting tactic, I would say, but it has to be employed very accurately. Meaning, if you see that if your enemy or if your opponent is on the rise, okay, you declare war right away. You do not give him or her time to consolidate their strength. That is exactly what Emmanuel Macron did, but I guess that has backfired. He thought that he would not give time to the right to consolidate their lead, to consolidate and further dominate. But yeah, France will head into the second round of its snap election. On the first round, we have clearly seen that it was right that came out on the top. But let's see what happens in the second round, because in elections, nothing is over until the last ballot has been counted. So let's see. Even in UK, Keir Starmer has overpowered Rishi Sunak, and let's see how the politics or the political canvas of Europe changes. Okay, 16 people have been killed in an Israeli airstrike on a school building in Gaza Strip. I guess Israel is not going to stop. The they're not going to stop. All right, it's, you can say whatever you will. You can say that Israeli army or the IDF is a genocidal body and whatnot. You can sit there and contemplate and use fancy words to describe IDF, but it is what it is. They're not going to stop unless they get all the hostages. And guess what? You can stop the conflict tomorrow. Simply just return the hostages instead of sitting and justifying and rationalizing it through your arguments. Give back the hostages, and the hostilities will stop tomorrow. And I would say, I mean, nobody wants an end to this conflict, neither does Israel nor Hamas. There is something else going on over here, because since not everything will be put out in the public domain for us to know. All right, these negotiations that go on inside closed doors, we don't know what exactly goes into it. um, yeah, very recently also, I would say, the state of Israel, they have they have released some, tranche of money for Hamas. So let's see. In men's cricket, the men in blue will take on Zimbabwe in the second of five match in Harare this evening. We had a match yesterday. We lost against Zimbabwe. Yeah, so I would say it's time for the men in blue to buck up and come up with a stronger performance. Okay, here it is. What is this? The Food Safety and Standards Authority. Okay, FSSAI approves proposal to display nutritional information regarding total sugar, salt, and saturated fat in bold letters and increased font size on labels of packaged food items. I am seeing this. It's a very good initiative. People are now increasingly growing aware about, what are the downfalls of consumerism. When I say consumerism, I mean that uh, increasingly, okay, and I am guilty about it too. All right, none of us are exempt from this. So increasingly we are moving down this path of consumerism. You Instead of making up things from scratch inside your place, we go to a supermarket and buy a processed product. And um, and, 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 and there are many content creators also who are making content about raising awareness of the downfalls of consumerism, as in packaged food, I would say. And yeah, so up to a certain extent, I would say, even this urbanization is also supposed to blame, because with increasing urbanization, okay, if you're living in an urban area, with this increasing phenomenon of urbanization, you work in a corporate house, you work jobs, okay. So your day is not usually yours, okay. You hardly barely get 2 or 3 hours of time for yourself, okay. And you don't want to spend 2 and 3 hours of your time cooking inside a kitchen, whereas you should. I mean, you end up using those, hardly 2 or 3 hours that you get out of your day into watching television while consuming something that you have ordered off Swiggy, Zomato, or ordered, or maybe purchased a packaged food item from the supermarket. So, with this increasing phenomenon, now people have grown conscious of the fact that not all of these things are good for your body. So now FSSI, the food regulatory body, the national food regulatory body, has come up with this proposal that you are supposed to display total sugar, salt, and saturated fat in bold letters and increased font size. So for all the calorie conscious people, this is a good move, and yeah, it's good. Okay, here it is. The ongoing Char Dham Yatra in Uttarakhand. Okay, the ongoing Char Dham Yatra in Uttarakhand will remain suspended due to heavy rain alert issued by the meteorological department. Okay. We just saw that Uttarakhand is a very hilly area. If you've been to Uttarakhand, you'll realize that the buildings over there are, standing on foundations, and they're standing like it's crazy. You'll have to see it to realize what are the dangers of, floods in Uttarakhand, because number one is the slopes are very steep. Okay, they are more than 60, 70 degree, and at some places even 80 degree. And in those places you'll see civilization, meaning there are people living, there are houses, there is a thriving economy over there at, you know places that have slopes that are 70 or 80 degrees steep. And you'll have to go visit Uttarakhand see, to understand how, you know, they literally live on the edge. Okay. England and Netherlands secured their spots in semi-finals with thrilling victories for all the football fans. The Euro 2024, England and Netherlands, they have secured their spots in semi-finals. Okay, Home Minister is also on a 2-day visit. The first citizen of Bharat. She is the president. President is her political identity is that she is the first citizen of the nation. So currently on a 4-day visit to Odisha, will witness the world famous Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra, Devi Subhadra, and Lord Sudarshan today at the sacred coastal town of Puri. Puri is an amazing place to be. I have not been there, but someday probably. Yes. So the first citizen of the nation is in Odisha. She is going to witness the world famous Rath Yatra. Okay, wrestler Vinesh Fogat. I'm sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. Clinched women's 50 kg gold medal at Grand Prix of Spain in Madrid. The two-time world championship bronze medalist defeated Russian wrestler Maria Tumerekova 10-5 in the final to bag the gold. Indeed, Austrian Chancellor labeled Mr. Modi's upcoming visit to Vienna as a special honor, stating that he is eagerly looking forward to it. Karl Nehammer. Okay, okay. So we have covered this in one of our previous live streams that Mr. Modi is going to visit Russia from 8th of July to 9th of July, and from there onwards he is going to Austria. Okay. Austria also had elections very recently here. Will embark on a 3-day official visit to Russia and Austria from tomorrow. Okay, okay. Mizoram Chief Minister calls on Prime Minister Modi, discusses various issues. Okay, okay. Let me see if this is visible to you guys. No? Just a minute, just a minute. So, what could be some issues? Okay, let's see, let's see. Okay, the Chief Minister of Mizoram today called on the Prime Minister at his residence. They have discussed shifting Assam Rifles from the heart of Aswal city to the newly allocated camp at Zokhauthar. Assam Rifles is a really old regiment of the armed forces. They have been pretty much they have fought on every war. There is some or the other contribution by Assam Rifles. They are the guardians of the northeast frontier of our northeast frontier. Now they are contemplating shifting their base from Aswal to a new location, which is about 10 kilometers from Aswal. They have discussed the state government's flagship program Banaki, which is the hand-holding policy aimed at giving financial support and promoting entrepreneurs of the state. I would say yes, there is too much of potential that Northeast has that has been underutilized and non-utilized, I would say. So be it sustainable lifestyles, be it in the arena of sports, be it in the arena of entrepreneurship. So Northeast has a lot potential that has been underutilized, and it's very good to see that these political leaders, chief ministers, coming forward. The chief minister has also briefed the prime minister on the zoo ethnic bomb refugees from Bangladesh. It's crazy, day in and day out you'll see people in our mainstream media. They'll keep on brandishing Bharat as a country that is non-tolerant, as a country that is increasingly looking down upon its minorities. But we see that there is And as we speak, okay, the inflow of refugees, the inflow of illegal migrants from all four sides, okay, has been constantly going on since 1930 onwards, I would say. People say that inflow of illegal immigrants into Bharat has started from 47 onwards, but I would tend to disagree that the inflow of illegal migrants, they started from 1930 onwards, because that is the point, I would say, when people grew conscious about the fact that indeed one day there will be a transfer of power, and if there is a transfer of power, there will be an election, there will be democracy, and in democracy it is the numbers that matter. And since that number consciousness grew among people, and very specifically among the people who subscribe to this ideology of Islam, they so they started flooding into different states and different territories to introduce demographic changes. I know this might sound as a I might sound as a prick saying these things, but it is what it is. Things have to be said. There have been demographic changes. Look at JNK, these JNK right now. Okay, are you telling me that Jammu and Kashmir has been a Muslim land all along? No. Okay, either you don't know history, or either you have some hidden agenda when you say that JNK belongs specifically to Muslims. Yeah. And I would say states such as West Bengal and Kerala are also going down that path. And I hope not. I hope not. But we definitely are going down that path. That we'll have the same type of conversations that we had for Jammu and Kashmir. We'll have same type of conversations for West Bengal and Kerala one day. Yeah, it is what it is. Someone has to say these things out loud. So yeah, Mizoram is coming forward with such ideas. Okay, Zimbabwe defeats Men in Blue by 13 runs in the first T20 international. Okay, okay. Budget session of Parliament to begin from 22nd of this month. Okay. Yep. So the budget session will begin on 22nd. So for those of you who don't know, it's not like whenever the prime minister and the ruling party is in the mood that they call a session of the parliament. It functions like uh, so they write down this proposal. The Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. There is a designated minister, and this time around it is Kiren Rijiju. He is the Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister. So the minister and the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, they draw up a proposal and send in recommendations to the president. President agrees to these, uh, you know, recommendations, and then the president calls for the parliament to begin its session. I know it's a formality, but it's still a process. Okay, it's a due process, and if we are to call ourselves a democracy, there is some due process that you need to follow, and it is what it is. So yeah, so the union budget 2024-25 will be presented in the Lok Sabha on 23rd July. Yep. Okay. Since this was the election year, some part of the budget has already been presented. That is, I would say, vote on account. Like, some expenses are by default required. Okay, so we don't need to vote on it. It's like pensions, salaries, some grants that are to be given, and all some payments are to be made. These things you cannot vote on these things. Okay, such as salary of the Supreme Court and High Court judges. I guess they are charged on the consolidated fund. So you can't exactly vote on these things. They have to be simply just passed. So these things have already been done in the month of January or February. I'm not really sure, but there is some part of the budget that requires discussion in the parliament, and hence the ruling party will and so here and where the numbers come in. Okay, if you're supposed to pass any proposal, and if you have majority of the numbers, so you can pass it through the parliament. Let's see what else do we have. Okay, efforts to increase the turnover of automobile industry to 50 lakh crore in the coming years to continue. Automobile industry, I think, will grow because with increasing population, like we talk about the demographic dividend, and if the majority of the population that is upcoming is young, then young people have requirements, and not just automobile industry. Every other industry is just going to boom in the coming next decades, I would say, because we keep talking about that we have the youngest population on the earth, and the young population has some or the other requirement. Automobile is just one of them. So many industries, more specifically IT, technology, all these industries are going to boom in the coming decades. Keep in mind, I say decades, and this is no, stock market tip that I am giving you. I'm just simply putting forward what I think, or what I think you guys should anticipate. Hmm. Here you can see Devendra Fadnavis and Nitin Gadkari. Hmm. Let's see, what does this have? Ministry of Labor and Employment has forwarded the report received from Labor Department of Tamil Nadu government on the matter of discrimination against married women by Foxconn, blah, 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 in a separate communication. So the government of Tamil Nadu, we have also covered this in our previous live streams. There was this allegation made against Foxconn, the Apple manufacturing unit that is located in the state of Tamil Nadu. There was an allegation, according to some of the media reports out there. I guess Reuters has also covered it. So that Foxconn people at Foxconn, they do not hire married women. So, taking cognizance of this, the National Human Rights Commission had asked for a response from the Labor Department of the Tamil Nadu government. So, now that they have responded, so the Ministry of Labor has forwarded the response and the report received from the Labor Department of Tamil Nadu government to the NHRC. In a separate communication, the ministry has also sent Haryana government's detailed report on the issues of Amazon workers at their warehouse to NHRC. Interesting. So even the workers at the Amazon factory in the state of Haryana, they have also sought, the union government, the union human rights body had also sought response from them. So they have also submitted their response. The report mentioned violations of certain provisions of labor laws by Amazon. Okay. Let's see. The state government has initiated legal action as per the provisions about the concerned labor laws. Yes, you need to adhere to the law of the land. Vice President praises ISRO for its achievements. Congrats, IIST graduating students. Yes, ISRO has been doing commendable job in the area of space technology. We saw this food safety. We saw this. National Board of Examination in Medical Sciences. Blah blah blah. What is this? Foreign medical graduate exam. Oh, foreign ka doctor. Here you can see both the chief ministers of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Person on the right is Chandrababu Naidu. He is one of the supporting pillars at the center for the NDA. I would say he's a very strong ally for BJP, along with Nitish Kumar from Janata Dal. Jharkhand. Okay. Jharkhand, the security forces have recovered 35 IEDs in the Naxal affected Gumla district during a search operation. Okay. These are left wing extremists, people who adhere to the extreme end of the left ideology, that is communism. So there are 35 IEDs, improvised explosive device. SP, Superintendent of Police, let's see. Superintendent of Police Shambhu Kumar Singh has informed that 5 IED bombs were recovered from under construction Kutma Bamda Road, while 30 IEDs have been recovered from the Hari Nakhand area of the district. Okay. Ladakh, in a run up to a series of events, Kargil Vijay Divas, a 2 day long motivational program under the theme Know Your Army begins in Leh. Okay. So there are many outreach programs that the armed forces and the Union Territory of J&K they are taking to reach out to the people. Lieutenant Governor Dr. B.D. Mishra mhm, declares the Mela open at the Sonam Wangchuk Embassy Stadium in Leh. Let's see what else do we have. Kargil Vijay Divas is celebrated every year on July 26 to commemorate victory over Pakistan in the Kargil War of 1999. All right. Uttar Pradesh. Three more people, including the main accused in the Hathras Stampede case, which claimed 121 lives after satsang, have been arrested by the police. Let's see what has come out of this controversy. Hathras police today conducted a medical checkup of the main accused, arrested from Delhi, and after that, produced him in court. The key accused was sent to a 14-day judicial custody by a magistrate court. Six accused have already been arrested in this case. I would say there is this some degree of fanaticism that we have in our country. You know, so yeah. Chief Minister of Mizoram, here it is. Draupadi Murmu. Manipur, the 75th state level One Mahotsav celebrated at Lamdeng Makhalaikai under Imphal West district. As part of the celebration, the State Forest and Environment Minister Thongam Viswajit Singh led others in a tree plantation drive in which around 2,000 seedings were planted to make a greener future. Yep, so they're organizing some One Mahotsav in Manipur. External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar speaks to UN Foreign Secretary David Lammy. Dr. Jaishankar says both sides reaffirmed the commitment to enhance the comprehensive strategic partnership. The External Affairs Minister says he is looking forward to an early in person meeting with Lammy. Recently, there has been a change of power in Britain. Prime Minister Modi congratulates Masood Pezeshkian on his election as the president of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Okay, Iran is a is a tricky partner because we don't exactly know Iran will on what side will it sway. Because on the one side, it also has cordial relationship with China. It has this Islamic proximity to Pakistan as well. Okay. Prime Minister says is looking forward to working closely with Pezeshkian to further strengthen the warm and long-standing bilateral relationship for the benefit of the people of Bharat and Iran and the region. All right. This can go on for a lot, but we'll end the stream over here. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Thank you for joining.